She could hear the dull throb of traffic. She must still be in his flat, which meant people were nearby. Wincing with pain, she tentatively opened her mouth, took a deep breath, and yelled hard, praying someone would hear her. From nowhere, a torrent of liquid crashed down into her face, filling her open mouth, silencing her scream to a gurgling splutter. She gasped with shock, drawing a mouthful of the vinegary fluid to the back of her throat, blocking, engorging. She couldn't swallow. She tried to cough up, but the liquid kept coming, more and more. It tasted like red wine. What the hell? Acidic splashes burnt her eyes. The overflow from her mouth quickly filled her nostrils and ran down her face, collecting in a pool beneath her head. Red liquid chased along the creases in the plastic sheet, cooling the skin of her back. Panic clambered through her. Her heart thumped high in her chest. Her lungs tightened. She couldn't fill them. No air. He's drowning me, the sick bastard. She could hear him laughing out loud as more liquid slammed hard into her face. She turned her head backwards and forwards to escape the flow. He laughed some more, enjoying her spirit, following her mouth with the bottle. She thrashed her limbs against the mattress to loosen the bindings, but they were locked fast. He laughed again. She was suffocating, drowning, and he was loving it. He wasn't going to stop. Stinging tears slipped from the corners of her eyes, watering the wine to pink rivulets that ran down her cheeks. She stilled the screaming inside her head and started to pray, "Please, God, let me live." As quickly as it started, the torrent stopped. She spluttered, snorted, and gulped for precious air. Her breathing calmed as the panic subsided. Then silence. What now? Opening her eyes, she strained against the lights. He was standing over her, smiling. His dressing gown had fallen apart. The bastard had a hard-on. Anger boiled inside her. He was playing with her. She spat at his crotch, took a deep breath, and screamed again, stronger and louder, the effects of the alcohol numbing the pain in her jaw. Another torrent of liquid hit, heavier than the first, as he held the bottle higher over her face. She snapped her mouth tight shut and shook from her head from side to side, trying to escape the downpour. She retched. Bile rose in her throat. Keeping her mouth tightly closed, she swallowed it back down again. She retched again, and swallowed. The courage of his quarry amused him. She fought harder than the others. He finished decanting another bottle, admiring the trails of wine that ran down through her hair and splattered her breasts. He wondered if she would look as beautiful inside, once he'd opened her up.